look at this identity theft perpetrating and victim and
Yes.
contentious and desperate and low self-esteem, greed and hateful and jealous. But God He has given me a tunnel to dig in this word identity theft, and I just want y'all to bear with me. Pastors and ministers and prophets, evangelists and deacons.
Say it, son, say it.
What I have to say might not pertain to you, but the question that I'm going to ask does. I just got one question I want to ask. Who are you? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of them all? With those hands up, with a real you, stand up. Do you even know? Who are you? Monkey see, monkey do. So here's some committing identity theft, impersonating someone else. You want to take their place. You want their space. You even want their grace. You want to wear their shoes with your shoelace. You want to sound like, you want to look like. You took their identity and you don't want to give it back. It ain't yours. Who are you? Do you even know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want their money. You want their honey. You even want to laugh like them, but ain't nothing funny. This ain't no game of tag. Go and get your own swag. Stop trying to be like them, they, he, or she. Be who God created you to be. Genesis 1:27 says, so God created man in his own image, and in the image of God he created him. Male and female, he created them. It doesn't say God created man in the image of man. It says God created man in his own image. The only one who we are to emulate is God. But the devil is trying to make it hard for me and you. So this is what he do. Had to make that rhyme. He fills us with hate, jealousy, and greed. All the flesh do is want to feed. So we become desperate, pretentious, and have low self-esteem, allowing the devil to come with plots and schemes, perpetrating a fraud, hiding behind a mask. The devil is trying to take our identity, and he didn't even ask. But I will. Who are you? Identity theft. The devil wants to take your identity until you got nothing left, even against yourself. You don't even know who yourself is. Men dressing like women, women dressing like men, Ken dressing like Bobby, Bobby dressing like Ken, walking around like that's the trend. The devil is a liar. That's the sin. Who are you? Do you even know? Isaiah chapter 45, 4 and 5. God is speaking for Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, my elect. I have even called you by your name. I have named you, though you have not known me. He called you by your name. He named you. He knew you before your birth. In Jeremiah 1 and 5, it says, a prophet unto the nations. God has already given you your identity. But you allow the devil to come in and steal what God has already given you. Who are you? Pain and hurt leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to jealousy and so on. But underneath all of that is fear. Fear because some don't want to face who they are. They might not like what they see. But don't you know you have a choice to change their identity against themselves? Fear of walking in the plan and in the purpose God has for each of our lives. Fear because some of us don't even know how to walk in God's plan or our purpose. I'm talking to the saved and the unsaved. So God has to strip and sand all of this stuff that you have inside off, like a car going to the body shop for a paint job. He strips away the pain and the hurt. He strips and sands away all these things that cause you to lose your identity in the first place. He strips away the fear. He strips us down to our bare essence. Get you to a place where your soul is bare. And then he holds up a spiritual mirror. He holds it up so you can see yourself in the natural. You have nothing to hide behind now. Where's your man? Because he done took it, stripped it down. How they say I was butt naked. Look at you in the mirror and you start asking God, asking yourself, what am I? Why am I? Who am I? God, who am I? And then he starts revealing from the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom, from the inside out. Your soul, your body, your mind, your heart. He strengthens your spirit. He starts restoring your identity, pulling out all the dents, sanding away all the rust. Fear is gone, pain is gone, hurt is gone. And then he starts putting on the prime. Anybody ever been primed up? He gives you a defensive mechanism because a good coach knows that to have a good offense, you have to have a good defense. So he equips us with the breastplate and shoes, our feet, and the helmet, and the shield, and the sword. So now the enemy comes. So when the enemy comes to steal, this time you got something to fight him with. Because God is revealing himself. And as he is revealing himself, you begin to see a glimpse of who you are. So he starts painting you. As he's painting you, he's restoring and rebuilding. You start taking on your true identity. The fear is gone and hate turns to love. Desperate and greed turns to content with who I am. Paul said, I am content. You don't have to be pretentious anymore. Low self-esteem turns to high expectation. Don't need the mirror anymore. Because you see yourself as God sees you. You know who you are and who you belong to. You know who you belong to. You know that God has a plan and a purpose now for your life. And all you have to do is just walk in it. Walk in it. You know that He knew you before birth. He called you by your name and named you. You know you were created in His own image. See, I know who I am. But I got one